So what do you think about black men that just solely say, I don't date black women, period? What is your opinion on that? Hey, what's up, everybody? You're now tuned into T. And it's your girl, Jazzy J.
My diesel.
And we in the building, y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that supports the channel. You know there's much love. We love and appreciate y'all. Please make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. It helps get the message out and helps get our channel known. So we would really appreciate you take the time to do that. So go ahead and hit the like button, and we're going to get into it, babe. So do you want to tell them what we're talking about today?
No.
I knew he was gonna do that, y'all.
Babe, I always try to put me on like frustration. Like, yeah. I want to do this video.
You tell him.
And then, babe, what you think about this video? This video you want to do? Let's see what's going on with it.
This is something that Michael and I don't normally touch on, but I think that it's something that needs to be talked about. So there was a podcast. It's called Fresh Fit Podcast. Mike and I don't watch the podcast, but we saw a viral topic that we think would be good to discuss when it comes to black women and when it comes to the treatment of black women, definitely. So there was a young lady that was on the podcast. Her name is Asian Doll. If you don't know her, she is a rapper. I have not personally listened to her music, but she's a rapper. And she came on this podcast to be on their show. Apparently she was late or something like that, but the host of the show have already talked about during the show they don't date black women. They're black to give you, well, to an extent, I guess, black. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I think one of them
looked at their face.
Yeah. I think one of them might be. I think one of them might be African, but black. In the sense of black. So apparently they were like, we don't date black women, this. Yeah, look at that picture, babe. Fresh Fit Podcast. I have it on there. So, and apparently this whole channel, the majority of the channel is based on it's based on pretty much bashing black women. The whole channel is like, the majority of what they talk about is, we don't date darkies, we don't date black women, we don't, a whole bunch of crazy stuff that is allowed on YouTube, which is kind of crazy because when we give our opinion on something, you can get flagged, you can get this when we're talking about the abuse of people or something like this, but podcasts and stuff like this, and Kevin Samuels and stuff like that gets no, like, they're A-okay with YouTube. Like, I'm wondering if they would be like a LGBT bashing podcast, or bashing trans women podcast, would they still have the same kind of approval with YouTube, or would they still be able to, have the platform that they have right now? I thought I would ask babe, being a black man that is married to a black woman, I think I want to ask him some questions, because I think a lot of these dudes that get these platforms and that get to be kind of in the spotlight, it's just like a one-sided thing. So I would like to ask him some questions. So we played a couple of clips or whatever from what happened, and you saw Asian Dog get up and walk off and everything. So what do you think about black men that just solely say, I don't date black women, period? What is your opinion on that? That's a hard question to start out with.
No, it's easy. But the answer is real funny, though. The answer is real funny, man. A lot of people be pissed off about this answer. But really, you know what I'm saying? If you don't date a black woman and you're a black man, and 9 times out of 10 you were in a black area, a black neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? It's some rare circumstances where black kids grow up in all white areas. Right. All the girls are white. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case. Right. If you happen to grow up in that area. Right. But that's just because your area. Right. Now, to prefer a non-black woman being a black man, that's a little off to me. It really says to me. Normally, I think that you tried to date a black woman before. she cut your heart out,
Mm-hmm.
messed you up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a theory. Really, it's really all you want to do is date white girls. You pray about that big right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
God, no.
It's probably something like that.
He said that's probably an endowment problem.
Yeah, it's probably an endowment. Like your confidence level isn't.
It
You know what I'm saying? Somebody done hurt
Who
you.
hurt you?
Yeah, and that could be a terrifying and embarrassing thing for somebody.
Babe. We over here trying to get a serious conversation. We gotta make this is something that need to be talked about, though.
I'm just saying,
right.
don't say no. Hey, don't. Hey,
right.
You know, but that's what I think, though.
Comment below if that ain't true. If you watching our channel, then you preferably are black and in a black relationship, or you uphold black relationships. So okay, all right. So,
but I'll tell
going.
you this though. Normally, black men who get white girls is because they feel like they can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You
right.
can get away with this, that, and the other. You can get away with those things normally if you have a white girl.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? A black woman, she ain't gonna let you get away with it. So you're gonna have to own up to some of that stuff. You're gonna have to answer to some of that stuff.
Right.
She is gonna get on your ass on some of that stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you have a strong black woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Other people have different tolerance levels for how much BS they'll actually take.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I feel about it. Really,
right.
you know,
if
you can't take a black woman, then hey, really, as a man, you should be able to take any woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Deal with her in any type of way and handle up.
Right.
On all things. But if you like, I just can't deal with them. Well, you shouldn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we are happy that you are not.
Right.
Because you are not needed in that capacity. Straight up.
Community don't need you.
So go on
to the left.
That way.
Exactly.
And leave the real black women for the real black men.
Man.
Be a done deal.
Okay, that was good. Now, another question that I have. Do you think, here come my dog, y'all. He got to be in the mix. Do you think that some black men that do not date black women, that it is a result of some type of emotional trauma that they have had in some kind of way? Do you think that that is one of the things that is a determinant factor for some black men, or I'll say some black men that ain't at the caliber.
So what
with the quotes. Okay, babe, I won't do quotes. So do you think that
the alleged black man?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm saying there's two type of black men. Like I have a black husband that is a black man, but a lot of these dudes that are making these podcasts and making these videos, to me, aren't men. Like, because if you are a man, you can have a preference and you ain't got to scream out this, that, the other. You just gonna do what you gonna do and keep it moving about however you're gonna do it. So a lot of these dudes, I feel like they have some kind of like emotional trauma, and they have some kind of issues that either stems from, media, family. I'm asking you, do you think that any of them, it might be some type of emotional trauma, or do you think that it's just them, period, and nothing happened in the past to make them be like that?
No, it's some interaction. It's some type of interaction to make you think negatively about black women. Right. Now, let me clear up everything by saying I'm not talking about black men or black women who fall in love with a white man or a white woman. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about people who are saying, I don't date black men or I don't date black women. Yeah. In this particular case, is these dudes saying they don't date black women. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So everything I said before here is not for people who found love in the opposite sex or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. We're not talking about that. We're talking about people who intentionally are going away from a certain type of people. Right. Because that's their preference. Right. As they say. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And we're talking about black men and black women that say they don't date black men or black women, because it happens with some black women as well, where they're saying that they don't date black men. For me, honestly, I feel like black people in general, we are the only, race that will express that we don't date our race. Oh, you get plays for that.
Exactly. Isn't that so? Why do you think that we are the only race? Like, you don't see Asian people come out with, like, say it's an Asian dude that don't date Asian women. You don't never see them come out like, I don't date Asian women. You don't see Mexicans come out, I don't date Mexican women. You don't. Yeah. So what? Yeah, but we are the group that is put on in the media. We're the ones that is constantly telling each other we don't date each other, we don't like each other. Why do you think that it is predominantly in the Black community?
Hey, I don't have no answer for that because I don't really think it's predominantly in the Black community.
Well, why do you think it's highlighted where we're the videos that you see is Black men talking about we don't date Black women? Yeah. You see podcasts like Fresh Fit saying we don't date this, we don't date that. Why do you think it's predominantly us? Do you have a reason? I have a reason that I think, but do you have a reason that you think?
Why they put that in the media?
Yeah, tell us that part. Why do you think that is highlighted?
I mean, they want us to be not as connected as possible.
That's good.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But the whole narrative that's shared in the media, that's not really true statements.
Man!
It's really not. Black people are hooking up with Black people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? White people are hooking up with white people.
Right.
Asians are hooking up with Asians. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see 10 commercials that come on TV and it's a Black man with a white woman or a white woman with a whatever the case may be, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And then you have these, and then you have the kids come out that's a shared race or a mixed race or a Black and white combined together, however you want to classify that. It's not really just like a true statement.
Exactly.
You know, and really, if everybody was mixing, the world would be black. You know what I'm saying? So if it really was that much mixing going on, the world would be black already. You know,
and it's already getting closer to being more black. So yes, that's a good statement. That's a good point. That is something that we want people to know. As a Black couple who actually have found other Black couples to hang around with, what the media feeds you is not necessarily true. That is a great statement because the media highlights these few dudes or these few people or these Kevin Samuels or whatever who want to talk negatively about Black women, who want to say don't date Black women, we don't date Black women. The reason why they highlight those type of people is because to deter us from dating our own race so they can continue with the genocide of our people. It is, like Babe said, that's a tactic. Every Black man ain't dating white girls. There's a lot of Black men out there with Black women, but they not gonna highlight those Black women and those Black men and show you that. Way back to 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Ja Rule was a Black man that was married to a Black woman, had a good family, had a nice family, but that's not the person that they wanted to highlight in the rap industry. They rather highlight a 50 Cent who is slapping Black people and saying that he don't care about Black women and his Black children. He ain't doing nothing for them, but he do stuff for his mixed children. That's who they want to highlight. So if you fit the narrative of what the media wants, you're going to be highlighted in the media, just point blank, period. So another question. So what do you think about podcasts and people like Kevin Samuels or whatever, that their whole podcast is served around like I don't know what that word is, but the dissing pretty much of Black women. Like their whole thing is just talking negatively about Black women. Why are you laughing?
Because I answered the question real quick.
Yeah, answer the question.
So these dudes funny, man, and then the women that come on the show are even funnier. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. Like it's like a Jerry Springer episode. I watched one, and I'm like, Dad, what is going on? This is a Black woman. Is she getting paid to come on the show? And I'm like, really? Black woman I know would have been getting all in his ass about something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Would have checked him on something. Wouldn't have just been so, oh, woe is me. I can't believe I'm that bad of a person. I'm looking like, where are these women coming from?
Where are they getting these people?
You know what I'm saying? What is going on? And then not even all that, but where are the brothers to have these women backed up to where their confidence is on 3,000, to where a Kevin Samuels isn't even like why would you even watch type of a thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even watch this Fresh Fit podcast? Like, why would you even watch?
Exactly.
You never even heard of
we ain't never heard of it. We were
these dudes right
people
here.
Are actually
man.
watching these.
Heard
dudes?
of Kevin Samuels? He's through everything. Everybody talk about that dude.
Yeah,
and I'm like, how how does he
keep
on doing it? You know what I'm saying? I remember
point.
being a youngster, and you talk bad to everybody. You talk bad to dudes, women, grown-ups, figures. You'll put somebody in your place. You'll lace them up, lace them down real quick and make them feel bad about themselves. But a whole career about it, and people wanting to get some of this abuse, like it sounds like most of the time people are coming to like, oh yeah, that's what's wrong with me type of thing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, really? If that's what's going on?
Wow.
And if that's what's really going on, man, it's really a sorry state that people are in. And I'm not even just going to put that on just black folks. You know what I'm saying? It's, I mean, who knows what's going on with Kevin Samuels and people that follow him.
Yeah, that's a great point, man.
I really don't get it at all. That's not my type of entertainment.
Yeah.
There's nothing entertaining about it to me for the most part. So, other than the sheer craziness that, you know what I'm saying, you can come home and you can be like, bam, you this.
Yeah.
I am. I'm trying to fix that about myself. Bam, you that. You know what? I thought that's how it was as well.
Yeah,
so,
for real.
So I'm working on that. And you know what? While you at that, do something about your kids.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm like, yeah, you just bow.
Exactly. But you know what? You making a good. You
wow.
making a great point because
that's his niche. His niche is, I guess some people like that.
Yeah, that's a good point though, because honestly,
some people like whips and chains and handcuffs.
Yeah, I gotta speak to all my black women on this. One, black women and black men create the culture. We create what is trending. We create what is popular. Black women are spending more money than people put together, pretty much, when it comes to all of that. So, what I want to say to my black women is love yourself enough not to subject yourself to be put on these platforms. You don't have to, and a lot of things, when I have seen some of the episodes, because I don't watch, but when I see something viral and I say, okay, well, let me check this out and see what happened. A lot of women I think a lot of black women have been abused mentally for so long and told that you're not worthy and told that nobody loves you, and everybody has pointed out every wrong thing about you, and you haven't really been able to even embrace your femininity or be a woman because of how much you've been beaten down. Now they're in a state where they just want anybody to say you're worthy. I love you. I like you. And we got to kind of get out of that, ladies. We do have to get out of that. There should be no reason that any black woman would go to Kevin Samuels' platform and pretty much say, pick me apart and tell me everything wrong about me. And I'm just being dead serious. Like, tell me everything wrong about me. This dude, who is he? This dude isn't even a licensed therapist. This dude isn't even somebody that went to college to be able to help you work through any past traumas. You're just letting a regular dude who's not married. So he's high value and he is everything that every woman wants, but he ain't even got a woman. I'm wondering why y'all listening to people that don't have women. Like, why listen to your single friend if you married tell you what you should be doing with your man and she been single for 10 years? I'm just wondering. She might not be the best person to get this advice from. And when I look at the people on the Fresh Fit podcast, it's like, who hurt you? Like, it's sad. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Because you were hurt to the point, like, I think that's the thing that black people as a whole need to stop saying, the word preference. If you prefer somebody that has a job, that's a preference. If you prefer somebody that is from your state, that's a preference. When you say a whole race of people that you are, that your mother is, that your sister is, if you say that you cancel out a whole race of people, that you're a part of that race, that's not a preference. That's a self-hate type thing. You have a self-hate thing in you. You don't like something about yourself. Because there is no way that you should be Asian and be like, I ain't never dating no Asian girls. That doesn't even sound right. When you
don't see no beauty
in your own race. The fact that you don't see beauty in your own race and you can cancel out just because one black woman did you wrong or one black man did you wrong, that should not be a reason to cancel out a whole race. What you should be doing is canceling out personality traits. I don't date men that are just wanting me for sex. I don't date men that are just gonna put a baby in me and leave me. I'm not. That's what you should be canceling out, a trait, not a whole race. So our race has a problem with that. And there's a whole bunch of black women now talking about, we getting a white dude because it's going to be better.
I'm all for that, man. I'm all for that. If you're a black man who don't want no black woman, please don't get no black woman.
Yeah, don't mess us up.
Don't get no black woman.
That's your
if you are a black woman who don't want a black man, please don't get no black man. Don't. Just stay out.
Stay out.
Just stay out.
Stay out.
Just stay out. And that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And for the women that are dating these type of dudes, you get them. Man, you keep them because
take them out the game.
Because
man.
We don't need them in the pool of dating. We definitely don't need that in the pool of dating. Now, what do you feel about? They're saying these podcasts and stuff need to be canceled. This, that, and the other. What do you think when it comes to terms
what
of
mean?
that?
Cancel,
so people are. But right now, I think Asian Doll just put out a what is it called? Like a survey, or what is it called when you get people to sign something? Petition. She just put out a petition saying cancel this podcast because they speak negatively toward black women. What do you think about people doing that? And then there was a petition out to cancel Kevin Samuels, but YouTube loves him so much he's never getting canceled. He has 1 million subscribers.
If you want to go out and campaign about your dislike of somebody, I believe in that. Really, I just believe if you don't like it, just don't watch.
Exactly.
Type of a thing. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Asian Doll, she has every reason, every right to go out if she wants to say, hey, I don't mess with these dudes. I don't deal with these dudes. You shouldn't mess with them either. She can campaign like that all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like get like the YouTube law and put in this life to get them canceled. I think it's kind of BS. But you can't change the general opinion around some people. So just have all your followers say, hey, we ain't gonna watch this type of dude.
Exactly.
See if it put a dent in his numbers. Really, when it comes to hate, there's a appetite for it. Yeah. So, maybe you'll put a dent into his in his pocketbooks or something like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Babe is exactly right. It honestly comes down to us, because if these are platforms that we say are anti-black women, why are black women continuing to go on the platform? If these are platforms that we say are hating us, that we say are abusing us, but some part of some of these women want that abuse because they continue to go on the platform. There was another girl on there that the guy clearly said, he's like, I don't date black women. I don't date darkies. I don't date night riders. I don't date Shaniquas and Lakeishas. I don't date none of y'all. But you aren't that bad. You don't fit the black woman stereotype. So you know what? I date you. Or he didn't even say I date you. He said, you're different. And she's like, oh, thank you. I'm different.
Like, let's be straight up.
And I'm like,
ain't no black women trying to date you, homie.
Exactly. No. And that's probably why you don't date black women, because none of them wanted you.
When no black woman
they didn't want you. Exactly. So that's a thing going inside of you. So what we have to say is definitely the fact that this woman felt good because this dude was like, oh, you're not the stereotypical black woman. You're not the stereotype. That's an insult. That's anytime any dude has ever said something like that, that is an insult. That is insulting your whole. Type, but you're okay.
But you're cool.
You're a different type of black girl. Like that should not be a compliment. You should honestly get up and walk out when somebody says something like that, and you should not give them a time of day. So we gotta stop spending our dollars, getting on these shows, doing this. Black women, you're beautiful. You're amazing. You're everything that pretty much almost every woman wants to be. But you continue to run from who you are when all these people make a living off of you, off of what you do and your talents and your gifts. So start taking control of that. I think it's time for us to take control of what we already have, and you could cancel these people. Like, I mean,
it's still a small percentage. It's just a small percentage.
Exactly. That they highlight. But the thing is,
dude got big views, big followers and stuff like that, but a lot of that stuff is fake.
Exactly.
There's really not that many women
who are going to be feeling like that. Exactly. So pretty much is YouTube, entertainment world, and everything show you a small percentage of people to make you think that it's everybody. Just like they showed us as drug dealers, rapists, killers, they showed that in the limelight, and it made a whole UK, Africa, everywhere think that all black people are like that.
Yeah.
Because that's what they highlight. So, but you can change the narrative, because you can say collectively, we're not going to support these shows. Collectively, we're not going to be on these shows. So until people love themselves enough to be like, I ain't going to subject myself to that, there will always be a Kevin Samuels. There will always be a Fresh Fit. Like Babe said, there's an appetite for hate out there. Straight up. So, baby, go ahead.
There are people who are willing to pay to see that type of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. All it is.
You made a good point with Jerry Springer. Like, I remember when we were younger being like, couldn't believe what we were seeing, but we just couldn't look away. Like, now we don't watch that type of stuff. We don't want that in our spirit. We don't want none of that. But back then, we just could not look away.
Back when Jerry used to fight? Yeah. He used to fight for real on stage?
It would show our people, a lot of our people, black people, but it would show white people. It would show white people too, everybody fighting, all kinds of just disgusting, raunchy type of stuff, and people loved it. DNA with Maury. You're seeing a woman up there saying, I don't know who my baby daddy is, and people love it. Like, so, yeah, until there's not an appetite for that kind of thing anymore, it's always going to be around. But you can choose whether or not you want to be a part of that. So, do you think that Asian Doll, it was a good thing that she walked off the podcast and everything like that?
It was good that she walked off, but I don't know why she went to their podcast to begin with. You know, that's what I would do. Like, when Babe was a rapper, that was, what I'm saying? Me, I was a manager, and our husband, what I'm saying, and our best friend. So I would look them up like, oh, this what they talking about? Oh, no. How much they trying to pay you to get on there? Nah, we ain't going on
We're
there.
not going on there.
We're not going there.
We got to have standards.
Oh, they call back. They want more money. Yeah. No, we not.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We just not going to do that.
Exactly.
Why would we even put ourselves in that situation?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because really, I'm a dude. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little bit more than just, it'll be a little bit more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
There's no amount of money worth your self-respect, worth your soul, worth you as a woman. And I honestly don't even think they're getting paid for these podcasts. I don't think podcasts are paying their guests. I think you're just coming on because they have a platform with a whole bunch of followers. Asian Doll already has followers. She's already known. She did not need... if anything, she jumped up their show just for doing this interview. Because now we didn't know anything about what was going on, but we just saw that this topic was out and we thought that it would be something to talk about as a black couple. So if anything, you just jumped them off even more with people that have those like mindsets that are dumb, that are thinking the way they think and think they could talk to anybody any kind of way. Now that just kind of jumped that off. So we got to stop jumping off.
Person,
exactly. Eat off of you.
Eat off of your time.
So we got to stop doing that. We got to stop letting these people eat off of us, man, just straight up. So yeah, a lot of our subscribers, or we have subscribers that are more mature, so a lot of them probably never heard of this because we ain't even never heard of it. We were like, what? But we wanted to talk about the fact that black women have been disrespected lots of times, that it is a whole scene, just not with black women, but black men too, being disrespected in podcasts and YouTube, and we wanted to talk about it, and we wanted to just kind of share our thoughts on it.
They don't even seem like they subscribe to the black agenda.
Exactly. You know no, they don't at all.
Like they don't.
They're like they're the
men,
black anti-blacks, so they definitely have an issue.
They would be the first to be like, no, I'm Indian and something else and something else. And, oh, yeah, my skin is dark.
10 different reasons why I'm not black.
You know what I'm saying? The other dude is like, yeah, I'm this and that and the other. And my skin is dark type of thing. Yeah. It's not a B1 type of thing. It's not a black first type of thing.
Exactly.
I'm sure they wouldn't identify in a UBKN type of situation. They probably wouldn't be interested in an all black world type of area. You know what I'm saying? Well, they telling you that because if they were in an all black world, then they would have to have black women. Yeah, and they don't like black women, so they need some others. To come in. To show them some love, and I think that's really what it really is. Somebody just tore their little heart out. You know what I'm saying? and just hurt them. It ain't never got over. It probably happened in
middle school,
maybe high school.
Yeah,
maybe high school.
And last thing about that is, I want to know, when one black woman does some of these black men wrong, they're done with the whole race. But let a white girl that they pick or an Asian or something come do the exact same thing, they still give them a chance. So you got to think about what kind of dudes you are. Because honestly, it ain't got nothing to do with the race. It got to do with the woman that you pick. And just be honest with yourself and say, you don't know how to pick them. And same thing with some black women. If you're getting the same dude that's doing the same thing to you, then it's because you're not picking right. You're the common denominator in all these bad relationships. So that's just something to think about too. Our caliber has got to be, we got to go a little bit higher with that caliber.
Don't meet them in a club. Meet them in a HEB or something.
Pumpkin patch. There's a movie say pumpkin patch. Pumpkin patch. Farmer's market. Somewhere else. So yeah.
Something like that, man.
But we wanted to talk about this. So comment down below what you guys think. I'm sure a lot of our subscribers probably never even heard of this. It was a viral topic that we wanted to talk about, and we just thought should be discussed, especially as a black couple. And just seeing, how black women and how we're being treated in the media. And we kind of wanted to touch on that. So if you guys have any comments of what you think, of how you think we can kind of get past this type of thing in the media, let us know. We would like to know. So just something that we wanted to touch on really quick. And I just wanted to get Babe's opinion because he is a black man that's married to a black woman. So I want to see how you felt about it. So thank you.
Yeah. No, would have went to the interview to begin with.
Man, exactly. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tea.
And
Tea. And we out, y'all. Peace.
Much love, family.